What's going on, ladies and gentlemen, guys, and welcome to a very opinionated video here today, guys, here on the channel, guys, for communities here, everybody. Today I'm be talking about my opinion, my personal own opinion on Black Ops 4 today, guys. This has been a video I've been wanting to make for give or take about a few weeks or a couple months right now, just because I've been playing a lot of Black Ops 4 recently, guys, and honestly, I've been loving the game recently, and coming back playing these maps and everything. I'm just like thinking, as I just thought to myself, why is this game hated? Why is this game underrated? I feel like does this game not get enough love and respect that it should, or is it the crappy game and just like what everybody in the Konami's community says it is? It's just a bad game. It's awful. It's nothing like the others. It's ruined. It's just awful. It's blah blah blah, 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 you know. So today, I'm gonna give you guys my personal opinion on this as well, on the game. My own opinion only. If you guys have your own opinions, you can put them down below in the comments, or just let me know if you want to. A few other community members are as well in the future going to be uploading their own personal opinions on Black Ops 4. Some more, praising the game, and then others probably more slapping the game in the face, like what other people do. And all, guys. And before I actually fully get started, guys, just remember my opinion. I am going to be saying certain things in a certain way. I'm basing the goodness of a map based on certain things as well, such as gameplay, replay value, what the map offered, and just overall like the feel, and is it overall a good map. I am not going to count Easter eggs part of the critique of what makes a map good or not. I think that honestly is what killed this game the most, is the Easter eggs. If the Easter egg wasn't good, everybody shitted on the map. Everyone called it bad. Everyone hated it. Basically the one map that I said, if the example, in my opinion, was Blood of the Dead. It is literally a remake of Mob of the Dead. Probably one of the greatest maps of all time. Not my personal favorite map, but it's the map that everybody was so hyped for. And then completely out of absolute nowhere, the map releases, and I thought it was fun, great map, but the Easter egg is just what made this map bad. But I'm not going to count the Easter egg as what makes this map bad. I'm just saying Blood of the Dead is that prime example of a map that everyone calls the worst map of all time. Solely just because the Easter egg's bad, and it's not like Mob of the Dead. Okay? Okay, everybody, I'm going to be talking about all 8 maps, my personal opinion on what makes the map good, bad, good, or is it just like, it's just meh. It's just meh. Okay? And we're going to start off with the most basic thing that this game offered in the very beginning was the Ether story, Chaos story, perk loadouts, and weapon selection that everyone offered. Personally, in my opinion, I'm not the biggest fan of the perk system. I thought it was a good idea, but I feel like if you play this game more and everything, when you look at it, this perk setup was based around Chaos. The Chaos story was meant for this perk loadout. The 4 perks only. Ether, I feel like, should have stick to the normal perks we've been having for 12 years, since the very beginning. But at the same time, I felt like we needed a change because I'm a realist here. I feel like I played all zombie games. I played everything, from World at War to now, guys, and I was honestly happy with the change. I was like, thank you for just switching up a little bit, but it was not that goodly executed. This is just the new perk system was definitely based around Chaos. If Treyarch had a selection in this game solely just to make Ether perks like the originals, perfectly fine. It probably would have been good. Alright, we're just going to go Chaos. And we're talking about Chaos first. The weapons, I feel like they're all very good. The Charcoms, the Hammer, the Spectre of Ra, and the Viper. I think these were all very good wanted weapons personally. I like the Charcoms the most personally out of all of them. One I used the most personally, my opinion. And the Scepter Raw I did try a little bit. To me, I think it's the weakest out of all of them, I think. I don't know. Maybe it's just me. Maybe I haven't used it enough. I don't know. And recently, I found out that apparently the Viper upgraded if you shoot like some green liquid at a zombie, all zombies attract to it. Because I saw my friend Dez doing a round 100 Easter egg run on Dead of the Night a few days ago of recording this video, and I saw that. I was like, oh, apparently I did not know that. I never got the Viper bite, on the Viper and Dragon Specialist to give it a go. Hammer, I think it's very good. Probably the second best one personally, especially when it comes to taking out the bosses in the map 9, personally. Alright. And then equipment, just flat out, Rayfire is like all you need in this game, honestly. Everything else is pure useless. I think they made the Rayfire just so overpowered, the fact that it's literally, it basically kills all zombies, Elixirs, probably a very controversial thing about the game as well. Personally, I don't mind the elixirs that much, even though I feel like they didn't do so well with the elixir option, especially for the classics. Personally, because I feel like In Plain Sight should have stayed in the classic realm, because to me, it worked because it's like you barely ever going to use it. This game is not that hard. It's an easy game to learn. It's a very easy game to go for high rounds, even with the point system being as effed up as it is, which I personally I still kind of don't like, even though it's like, depending on, the situation, honestly, or how good you are with killing zombies, maximizing your points. Personally, we need the old point system back, personally. But, got a little off topic here. The elixirs, personally, I think In Plain Sight should have been the only one that should have went back into classics. Alchemical, I feel like should have been a common, not a rare. Because, let's be honest, yes, it was very overpowered in Black Ops 3, but at the same time, it's like, do you ever really use it? It's like one of those last minute things that you totally use. And plus, in this game, every 10 points, but with the point system that it is, I feel like this should have been a classic or a common due to the fact that the point system is harder in this game than it was in Black Ops 3. Black Ops 3, you can literally kill like a horde of zombies, and boom, you're already at max ammo, for your gun. Or a wonder weapon, one shot, done. This game, it seems like it would take a lot more bullets to refill your ammo with alchemical out of any of them. The other ones, elixirs, honestly, don't really mind where they're at. Honestly, nothing else to say really about elixirs. Personally, besides a couple switches here and there. Personally, in my opinion, I feel like In Plain Sight should have been a classic, and alchemical should have been a common maybe. And honestly, the system, it wasn't bad, but I still probably kind of prefer the Gobblegums personally, because they were a little bit more unique and a little bit more cool. I think the elixirs also were just more so for chaos than they were for ether, personally, in my opinion, after playing, as much Black Ops 3 as I did. It just seemed like this game was generally based around the new storyline, and I feel like if Treyarch just had an option to, just have ether be its original thing with the old layout and everything, people probably would have loved this game just a tad bit more than it already than what people say about it. All right. Perks, honestly, the perk system, like when it came to like the perks themselves, some of them are not that bad. Some of them are good. Some of them are just crappy and everything. The biggest complaint people had with this game as well was the quick revive, double tap, speed cola, and especially the juggernaut system. I'm sorry, everybody, but the fact that Treyarch only gives you a 4 perk limit in zombies, and you have to basically have like unquenchable, perkaholic, or soda fountain, or if you're playing on Origins, you have to do the red dig sites to get more perks. I feel like this was a really good route, because personally, I say just starting off with Jug and the quick revive system of just automatically giving you the 3 quick revives, the 3 revives. I thought it was fine because that basically says, here you go, here's more perks that you could use throughout the game. Because basically, Dying Wish is basically your Juggernaut / Quick Revive combined. Because once you get down to 1 health and it's fully up and ready, boom, you're safe. You just have to get out of that horde of zombies, just get the heck out of there, and you're basically fine. No issues. The double tap situation, personally, could have been handled better. I feel like if we had double tap perk 2.0, probably would have been fine. I like the idea of the pack-a-punch, but the fact that you have to pack-a-punch it 4 times sounds a little bit redundant. Maybe just give it on the first go-around, maybe, or just give us the perk. Speed Cola, I think it was the same thing. The more you pack, I think it was, to buy all 4 perks. Then you get the Speed Cola, perma perk, I guess is what people would call it. I feel like either I don't know if people were complaining that much about speed colas, things in this game honestly that much. Me personally, I feel like it's fine. Gain all 4 perks, then you get quick revive, then you get speed cola. I meant really good idea, but at the same time, I would kind of like to have speed cola as a perk back as well. Quick revive, I just didn't find any use in this game at all because you already had quick revive. Once you go down, boom, you get revive. All it does is revive you faster. That's it. Nothing else. Some perks were very useless. I found Time Slip somewhat useless. Dead Perception I found very useless. Blaze Face apparently people said was like one of the worst perks in this game. Deadshot Dealer, I don't never found a use for that except when I went for my hardcore 200 freeze mode run on Tagger Totem. Secret Sauce giving you a Ribbon perk. Winter's Howl, Winter's Wail. I meant. I mean, people said it's fine, but it also wasn't that good. Meal Kick, same thing as always. Get 3 perks. PhD Slider. Basically, you want this if you're going for a high round and you're using a Halion Salvo. Simple as that. I found Blood Wolf Bite probably the best perk that came out, especially on the modifier selection. The fact that Luna will drop you a little bit of ammo, a little bit of thing for your specialist to boost up. I like that. I feel like maybe if you took out the specialist thing and just have it be the max. Just have it be little ammo clips here and there. Probably been better because I feel like specialists also made this game just as easy because they were so easy to just max up, gain back the power, and then you can just pull them out whenever. Stamina, basically the same way it works, and then if you put in the modifier, it's basically just, you basically just sprint forever. Ethereal Razor, very good perk, honestly. Very liked it a lot. Especially with, when you get it. Especially when you get the Bowie Knife or you get the Golden Spork, maybe? Golden Spoon or something like that. Yeah, Spork or whatever. I don't know how good those melee weapons are with this gun, but Zombie Shell didn't use that much. Personally, didn't mind it. I kind of like the idea. Victorious Tortoise, I loved it personally, but I think this perk is mostly good for classified if you're doing the 150, high round run to get the cutscene, and the modifier, it blinks, zombies explode, they blast away from you. Simple as that. Stronghold, Cold Hold, Stronghold. I know that's also a very good one for high rounds as well if you're just sitting in the corner personally. Bangular Bandit, honestly, I think you want this as well for high rounds because you just get a little bit of extra ammo. That little extra ammo definitely helps you out, especially. Who knows if you get a lot of max ammos or barely any max ammos, And I think that's it for the perks. Ether, their special weapons, I loved as well. I was mostly using the Takios Katana, which thankfully we got, but apparently people were like, it's not how we wanted it. Well, you wanted it, you got it. I liked it. And the fact that you can you pull it out, and then you can just slice some zombies, or you can run right through them, and then Shadow of Death, the stage 3, where he's just go invisible, that is also a very clutch thing, which I thought was very useful, especially during high rounds, or if you actually just get yourself, buck plug in a corner, pull it out, make sure you have a level 3, pull it out, activate Shadow of Death, boom, you're invisible, and you can just slice your way out, you're fine. The Death Machine, I didn't use that much, but when you get that nuke out, honestly, that's very good, especially if you just want to kill a bunch of zombies, even though I think it slows down your run if you're doing a high round, but it still worked. I used that for my round 200 speed run because honestly that was very helpful just to pull down quickly, just chuck it and then boom, kaboom, nuke. Gives you about 5-10 seconds of breather. Ragnaroks didn't use that much either. I didn't really find a use for them personally. To me, I was just always about Takios Katana personally. That was what I was personally up for. I don't think anyone used the flamethrower at all. I don't think anyone did. I think I touched this one time in the entire life cycle, and I'd never touched it again. That's just probably just how bad this specialist is personally. So basically, overall with the special weapons, the perks, and the elixirs, overall, the idea is good. They probably should just wasn't executed that well. They should have just had the new perk system for Chaos, old perk system for Ether, and probably have Gobblegums maybe for Ether, just because that's what we made, because that felt more natural for us because of Black Ops 3. But at the same time, I just feel like I feel like only alchemical should have been a common, in plain sight should have been a classic elixir personally. And other than that, talismans I never really used that much of personally. I never really found a use for these things honestly that much. I just didn't really care for them at all, really. Honestly, I just didn't care all that much. The again, the elixir sting, the laboratory, not bad honestly. But honestly, I still prefer liquid diviniums because those were more cool than elixirs personally. Especially when they added contracts into the game, I felt like that made zombies a lot more fun and honestly more interesting to play. Personally, in my opinion, just having 5 rounds, 20 rounds on a certain map, or just surviving 20 rounds in a certain in classic also very fun. Get XP. You gotta get a tier skip and or reserve case. Personally, very very good idea in my opinion. All right. And now we get to the juicy stuff, the maps. I'm going to quickly just brush over the modes. Rush, very good idea. I honestly thought it was very fun. Just a nice little simple mode. If you don't want to play classics, you want to go for something a little fast-paced, intense action. Honestly, I like the rush modes, even though I think some of the objectives on some of the maps were a little bit odd or just like, what? Or whatever. Or maybe like getting from you had to go from one side of the map to the completely other side and you only had like 30 seconds, That was dumb. Gauntlets, I never really played them at all that much to my memory. I think Gauntlets, the one with some of the objectives were just like, what the F? How does this make any sense? And from what, from the community and everything, I think people said some of the objectives should have been dubbed out, or some of them should just not have been in that specific gauntlet, because it's like I think it was the Alcatraz one. I think round 3 or 4 of the gauntlet, you had to have the swordfish already, and it's like, how can I get the swordfish already when you're making me go like to the 2 different new areas, and then I have to run through the arm sticking the little pathway to get to Alcatraz. That I think that also was a very bad choice on Treyarch's part. Was like an objective like that. It just made no sense. Like, how can I get it? If you don't get it, you die. You basically lose a life. But other than that, I don't know much to say about the gauntlets. I didn't play them that much. Besides the fact they made Unsinkable even harder for some reason. They didn't do it with any other of the gauntlets, honestly. I don't know why. I know why they only did one. I thought it was very odd. But other than that, gauntlets and rush, very good modes, honestly, overall. They could have been a little bit better, but other than that, they are a little fun little twists in zombies you can hop on and just have a good time, personally, in my own opinion. And then the maps. You got Voyage of Despair. I'm not allowed to say this. It's a great map idea. The Titanic, honestly, brilliant idea, just amazing. Titanic, it is something you would want to see on a zombie map. It was the biggest, natural disaster, in human history when it came, back then with the ship sinking and all that. Like, they could have done so much, in the Easter egg, personally. But this map, it's just too big. It's too cluttered, too small, with the space you have to move. There's too many. Honestly, there's just too many zombies on this map. I think you got like a yellow zombie that shocks you or something. You got the blue one that mutates the zombie. You got a red one that blows up. You get too close. You got the Blight Fathers, as well, which are just those things are just crazy. And they got normal zombies as well. There's like 5 zombie types alone on Voyage, and it's like, why? Honestly, this map should have been just pure zombies. Only zombies. 9, on the other hand, makes sense with the multiple zombie types. Voyage, though, should not have many zombie types. But honestly, it's one of the worst maps, in my opinion, in this game. Personally, all I know is the Wonder Weapon, the Kraken, I think people said is very good, honestly. but I don't know. I don't remember which version is the better version. Out of the, I think it's only 3. I think it's 3. Correct me if I'm wrong. But my one friend, he loves this map. He says it's the best. But I tried playing with him. I had fun, but honestly, Voyage of Despair, it's just not a good map. It honestly just wasn't executed that well. Even gameplay wise, the feel, it feels nice, but it's just too cluttered, too chaotic, and plus getting Pack-a-Punch open is so hard because the map is so big. Literally, it took me, I think, it took me and my buddy like 20-30 minutes just to find all 4 of the locations for Pack-a-Punch to activate them, just to get Pack-a-Punch open. It's so hard. Just way too hard, in my opinion, of a map. Not good for beginners at all. Honestly. So, Voyage of Despair, probably like a 2 out of 10. Honestly, probably. Straight up. 9, probably one of the best launch maps, personally, out of any of them. It's a near perfect, like, A tier, S tier map, depending on, your personal preference. Coliseum. Beautiful setting. This map perfectly uses even the perk system. There's 4 locations around the map outside the spawn area, the main arena, where you can buy each perk, so simple. It's like so easy. The Wonder Weapon, the Scorpion, I think I don't think it's that good anymore as it used to be. I don't remember if it really was good at first, but I know it's not that bad of a Wonder Weapon. It's very unique, very different. The spawn room, you can literally do a starting room challenge like nothing, no matter what, because you can get the strife perfectly upgraded, probably even in the starting room with the challenge if you get lucky with the challenges. Easy, simple. Easter egg, very, very good, from what I know, personally. But I'm going to talk about all the maps Easter eggs, guys, after I go through all the maps personally as well. This map, it's not my favorite map still for some reason. I don't know if there's just something about this map that's not making me like it. Or maybe because I am just a sucker for the Ether storyline maps personally. I don't know. I think I'm just a sucker for those maps personally. But 9, honestly, it is an A tier map in my opinion. Definitely, it's definitely like a 9 out of 10 map for me. And then Blood of the Dead. I think Blood of the Dead is honestly the most underappreciated, most understood, completely missed. It's a map that doesn't deserve truly all the hate it gets. This map is underrated beyond belief. It's a map that honestly I think did a good job, but yes, there are flaws in the map. All right. I like the idea of new areas in the map because during the lead up to the game, people were talking about what's Richtofen's laboratory or what's that people like let's go check out. We got it, and then a week or 2 later, people hate it. Oh my God, it's not Mob of the Dead. It's not a remake. It's not like the original. People complained that people wanted new areas in this map. We got new areas, and then we complained about it. People were bitching. People are just like, this map does not get enough love. The map I got, it's a good Wonder Weapon. I think it's not that good. Honestly, when you get to the higher ones, but honestly, that's a great Wonder Weapon in my opinion. Another version of the Blundergat being upgraded, brilliant idea. I thought it was good. The Acid Gat, I've heard it was nerfed or it's just not as good as your original. Acid Gat from Mob of the Dead. Honestly, I could agree it's not that good, so that's probably why the Mamagat, I would go for the Mamagat over the Acid Gat in this game. Honestly, in my opinion. The fast travel system, pretty good. Honestly, good idea. I like it. If you just know where you want to go, or if you're in a certain area, or you just need to bail, let's just say you just want to bail out of the cafeteria, you want to go to the West grounds, just bail. You can just bail and you're good. And honestly, getting this map open, honestly, isn't that difficult, getting yourself set up, honestly. Because I just saw a recent ultimate guide to this map by MrJohnyJr personally, and that has helped me play this map and get used to this map a little bit better. Because it also was a map that I wasn't that good at, I just didn't know what to do. Then I watched the video, I'm like, okay, I can basically get almost everything I want before round 10, and then I'm fine. Then I can just play and have a good time. I don't care, personally, at all. I think Blood of the Dead is an underrated, underappreciated map that Treyarch definitely put a lot of time and heart into creating this map, and the community just shoots it down because it's not Mob of the Dead. I can guarantee everybody that's watching this video, if Mob of the Dead never existed, if Black Ops 2 never had Mob of the Dead, and this was their first time in Alcatraz, everyone would love this map. Everyone would appreciate it. Everyone would be like, oh my god, 2 Blundergat upgrades? Mind-boggling. Everyone would flip their freaking nuts about it. Everybody would. And honestly, I feel like this map, the Hell's Retriever, personally in my opinion, is not really useful. Personally, I would only use it just to get the free Blundergat, personally, and then I just want to get rid of it. You know, just like I have my Wraith Fires, because the Wraith Fires are overpowered as crap, you know? Alright. And then Classified, personally, great map. I love this map so much. This is how you make a remake of a map. Classified is the best version of a map that got remade, and Treyarch did it right, and they did it better, personally. The teleport system, straight up, they fixed it, how you can see where you're going, very good. The idea of going to Groom Lake to back a punch, very good idea as well, because I thought that was nice, personally, because it makes the map bigger, expands it a little more, and the fact that when you spawn, you can go to the offices that you would always look at in 5, you know, to get the teleporter or shield parts. Very good idea as well. I like that because I like 5. I found 5. I also find 5 a very underrated map in zombies just because it's difficult as heck. And honestly, Classified made it a lot easier and a lot more fun. Personally, the Nova Crawlers and the dog mix, honestly, in this map is what I believe also falters the map. Because I feel like Nova Crawlers and zombies only on this map would have been fine. Because personally, this map didn't need dogs. But Winter's Howl as well, I heard, is a little bit better than BO1. It's still bad, not as good. Because apparently speaking, the Hellion Salvo is like the wonder weapon of this game. Even though it's a freaking rocket launcher. But still, Classified in my opinion. And the Easter egg for getting around 50 to get a cutscene. I feel like it's not a bad idea, but it was mostly just for the high round people. But I'm like thinking, honestly, I feel like Blood of the Dead should have had something like that instead of Classified, because Blood of the Dead's cutscene for ending cutscene, you know, really emotional. That would have been worth it. But Classified, it's give or take. It's if you want to or not. More than that, I find Classified definitely an A tier map in my opinion. That's how it's basically the best. It's the best look at a map that this is how you make a remake or how you remaster a map, personally. And Treyarch nailed Classified perfectly well. Nailed it. Good DLC, you know, map if you pre-order. I think you can buy it, you know, now on the store for like maybe like $5-6. And honestly, I say it's worth it in my opinion. Great map. Great map just overall. Treyarch, you did good. Dead of the Night, not, my opinion on this map, not that great. Oh yeah, I forgot. Blood of the Dead, I think it's about a 7 out of 10. Classified, 9.5 out of 10. Dead of the Night, honestly, the atmosphere, I like it. The atmosphere is great. An idea of a freaking mansion, and it's nighttime, like, great idea. Great idea, but I think what made this map bad, I think people said, was the vampires, the werewolves, and the characters. The characters just suck. I think it's only the butler that's good in this map. That's it. The cowboy, the general, and the second lady, everyone's like, I hate him. But the butler was good. The wonder weapon, I heard, it like the pistol or whatever, I think it's Alistair's something, I don't know. I don't know what the true name was, but that pistol is like probably the best wonder weapon out of any of these in any of the maps, I think, probably besides Ancient Evil, I think, because and plus it had several bullets, which I think are a pain in the booty to get. Pack-a-Punch, even in this game, I think in this map, I think it isn't that hard. You just have to find three things around the map you look into, and then boom, you get it open. Because I find that kind of a cool idea, because then you explore the map. You know, they'll take you around the map, so you can see more. But alright, that's not much for me to say about that. I didn't play that much of it personally. But it's all, to me, it's not a good map. It's pretty much a pretty bad map in my opinion. I've heard a lot of people say this is an underrated map, but I think Blood of the Dead it's more underrated than Dead. Dead is under Blood of the Dead. I think Dead and I think it's like a 3 or 4 maybe out of 10. I'll say. It's just because the atmosphere is good, the wonder weapon's good, and that's probably just about it. Really, there's nothing else I can really say about this map, honestly. Ancient Evil, best chaos story map of all time, flat out. The 4 gauntlets, they're all good. They're all easy to upgrade and shit. Freaking Greece, this was the place that people wanted to go to for so bad. Even if it was Ether, people wanted to go to Greece for years. We got it, and it was fantastic. You know, Delphi, great atmosphere. Even though I think the 4-arm guy, I think, is a little bit hard to kill, honestly, actually. I think he falters this map just a little bit just because he is actually so hard to kill. Pegasus, great. Man, get that Pegasus straight as well. She just helps you out. My personal favorite gauntlet, though, is the blue one. I know for high rounds, it's the blood one, the red one. I know it's really good for high rounds. The Oracle giving you challenges so you can get like better, maybe get an upgraded weapon, get an extra perk if you want to as well, or just get more points or whatever. Apollo's Will, I think, is the shield, best shield ever. Honestly, it's the best look. It's the best shield that has ever been in zombies. There's no doubt in my mind. There's no shield that can top it at all. And this map is just overall, it's just a great map. It's so much fun. It's easy to learn as well. Like, anyone can pick up this map and play and have a good fucking time. And then, I think that's all I can say. It's Ancient Evil, just an S tier map. But, like I said, guys, we'll be getting to the Easter eggs of all these maps after I'm done critiquing every map. Like I said, as well, guys, I'm just getting straight to the point. I don't want to go deep into this and stuff. I just want to tell you what my personal straight opinions are on the maps, and then that's it. Ancient Evil, same thing as Classified, but Ancient Evil probably is like a 9.6 or 7 out of 10. It's nearly perfect. It's right there. Alpha Omega. Now, this map is also extremely underrated as well. And the one thing is, people say about this map is, it's basically Nuketown. It's not Nuketown. Okay? Nuketown is 2 houses, a bus in the middle of the map. That's it. A bus and a crater. And like some truck. That's it. Nothing else. This map expands the map like 3-4 times the size. You spawn actually outside of the map. Okay? People wanted to go to the bunker where Marlton is. People wanted to know. You know? Because I think when Black Ops 2 was out, like, people were saying, like, there were rumors going around, like, a bunker under the map. We got the bunker. And people hate it? What? Like, what the heck, people? That doesn't make any logical sense. Why do you want to go into the bunker of a map in Nuketown and see more, and then you hate it? Because it's not Nuketown? Stop it. It's you. People seem to understand. If you want more and you get it, accept it and love it. And if you don't want more or anything more, don't say it. Okay? That's basically what this map is. This is a map that basically gave us what we wanted and people hated it. Basically, just because it wasn't Nuketown. Plus, the round 200 Easter egg on this map, great idea. I think you have to get down to 5 kills left on the timer, I think. And then you think you have to escort a zombie or like a Nova Crawler, I think, somewhere. And then you get to round 200. And it actually puts you into Nuketown. Like, brilliant. It's a brilliant idea. The ray gun Mark II variants, I think it's the yellow one, I think is the one that has unlimited ammo, basically. Like, you don't have to reload, I think is the best. What I haven't used much, I haven't used the Mark II upgrades, really. The Mark II in this map, honestly, not that bad as well. It's not that good as BO2 or 3, personally. But it was a nice addition to the map, in my opinion. The Nova Crawlers, they're just a bitch. I don't like the Nova Crawlers in this map, honestly. Especially the ones that jump, the blue ones that teleport all over you. Because you don't know where the frick they're going to come from. They just come out of nowhere. Next thing you know, they're in your face, slapping you in the face. I think it's the yellow ones or the green ones. They're also a hassle and they're kind of also like a biatch to deal with. Honestly, Nuketown, I say it's about Alpha Omega. I say it's about a 7 or 6 out of 10. It is underrated. It is good, but there are definitely more things about this map that kind of falter it a little bit. personally, gameplay wise, it is fun, the gameplay, but it's Nuketown. It's a small map. You really gotta know what you're doing or where you're training. Otherwise, you're gonna falter very hard and you'll die very easily on this map, personally. And then finally, we get to what is my personal favorite map in this game, Tag Their Totem. I love this map. This map is my top 10 map. I put this map over Mob, like Mob of the Dead, Moon. Like, this is my number 10 spot map. I love this map, probably because Call of It is my all-time personal favorite map of all time. I love it. I love the snow aspect. And plus, this map, honestly, gave us what, personally, a lot of people wanted when it came to the remake. Because I think I remember back in BO1 or 2 or something, like, when like people were talking about, like, there's a factory or there's something in the mountains on Call of the Dead, and we got the facility. We got it in Tag Their Totem. The spawn room in this map, it's like not. It's one of the best, you know, starting rooms ever. They're big and huge. Personally, the wonder weapons, they're that's the one thing I kind of follow this map a little bit. The Wonderwaff, the new Wonderwaff on this map, it's not that good. It really isn't. I like it. I like the idea of it, but it isn't that good. Literally, even Pack-a-Punch, it is a good wonder weapon. Maybe to help you try and get out of a situation. But other than that, it can't do anything. It's not as good as the Wonderwaff. It's not as good as the Wonderwaff of DG2. Okay, that's just the facts. Getting it for free though, honestly, is very easy and good. I like getting it for free. Very easy. You basically just have to. You basically have to find an icicle, put it at the bow of the ship, let it melt, pick it up, go to the facility, unlock a locker, get kills in the Vril device, give the Vril device to Hermit in the map, and then he gives you the key, free Wunderwaffe, easy as cake. And the idea that they put challenges as well in this map, I truly like, because technically they get through the Easter egg, you get 2 of them done though, which is nice, it's fine. But if you do all 6, you get a thunder gun for free. The tundra gun, I think you have to throw snowballs at like 6 or so, like, targets around the map to get the tundra gun. The tundra gun, I think is a really bad wonder weapon in this map. Like, I think if you use it right, it's good. But other than that, it's bad. The thunder gun, it's not as good as the original thunder gun, but it is a nice addition as well. Honestly, the zombie types in this map aren't that bad. The flaming ones is how you get the flaming ones are kind of annoying, because especially when you walk right past them, they explode and, you know, they do damage. But like, if you throw snowballs at them, you can get parts for the dynamite. The blue ones, I don't think they're that bad as well. I personally don't mind them. They're kind of annoying because they definitely shock you. And then dogs in BO4, they come at you and they eat you. They are aggressive in this game as well, especially on this map as well. Especially the fact that when you're in the water, man, you're slow. It's like the mud in Origins. You're slow in these waters. You're slow as heck. And plus the round 200 Easter egg, I find it to be extremely awesome and amazing in my personal opinion. All you have to do is stand in 10 different waters around the map, in 10 different locations. You just have to freeze yourself completely over, make sure, you know, there's X's on your elixirs, you can't move. You have to knife yourself out as long as no zombie hits you. It worked. And basically, as soon as you get that, as soon as you do that, a button will pop up out of the snow and spawn. You press it, you finish the round, and then you're at round 200, freeze mode. Basically, you have to survive the entire round and try not to freeze. Honestly, a great hitting Easter egg. I love it to death. And plus, I want to try this on Classic. I did it on Hardcore. I got it done within an hour. Then Classic could take an hour and a half, maybe, because on Hardcore, the zombies have a health cap, and they're insta-killed, basically. Realistic, I think it's going to be just as difficult, because it's like one slap, you're dead. And then Tag Their Totem, honestly, it's a great map in my opinion. It's my top 10 map, but it's like an 8 out of 10. Definitely an 8 out of 10. Alright, and then that's all my opinions on all the maps, basically. I'm pretty sure I missed a good amount of things about each map, but like I said, guys, I just want to get straight to the point and just say what my personal opinion about these maps are. Because it seems like, in my opinion, the only two bad maps in this game entirely are just Voyage of Despair and Dead of the Night. Blood and Alpha Omega are underrated. Night and Ancient Evil are perfect. Attack and Classifier are like the middle tier maps. They're both good maps. They're just great. Like, they're fun maps to hop on. Okay. And now we come to the Easter eggs. And like I said before, guys, in the very beginning of this episode, Easter eggs, in my opinion, does not make a map good nor bad. The Easter egg is just the quest in the map that you want to, if you want to do it, you can do it. I think it should not constitute as something that makes a map good or bad. Okay? Voyage of Despair, I've heard the Easter egg actually is pretty good. I think it's a little hard. The boss fight, you shoot in the eye, for crying out loud. Very fun. Very good, honestly. I think the boss fight of this map is what makes it good. But other than that, the Easter egg, I haven't tried it yet. I kind of want to, but I think the quest is just difficult and tedious, but the boss fight is good. 9, very easy Easter egg, people say. Very fun, very good. Plus, you get to fight 2 elephants in the boss fight. Like, what more can I say? That's basically just it. 2 elephants. You're done. Blood of the Dead. Hardest Easter egg. Most tedious. It is the worst Easter egg of all time. But the story that they tell in the Easter egg is good. And the cutscene, the ending cutscene, is emotional and it's amazing. That's all I can say about Blood. Horrible Easter egg, but the cutscene and story is good. Classified, you have to basically survive to around 150. And basically you have to finish 150 and you get a cutscene of, Primus picking up Ultimus, and then boom, bada bing, bada boom, they're now full Omega. That's all Classified is. That's it. Dead of the Night, I don't know much about this Easter egg besides, I think it also is just a hard Easter egg, I think, because you have to do with vampires and then the boss fight, I think it's a werewolf. I think the boss fight's a little bit tricky. I think, but other than that, I don't know much about Dead of the Night's Easter egg besides I heard people say it's kind of It's hard, but it's not bad, nor is it good. It's just a bottom tier Easter egg. Ancient Evil, great A boss fight. Easter egg, very simple, very easy to do, honestly. It is a little bit tedious in some steps, but as long as you have someone babysitting the zombies, aka me and my group of friends, that's what I do. Basically, you can get this Easter egg done so simple. Probably the best Easter egg. Probably has one of the best Easter egg steps. When you basically have no zombies. You basically run into the feeder, the amphitheater, with your gauntlet, and you shoot zombies. It's like a fun game of, I think it's like a song or something. I don't know. I forgot what the step's called, but that's basically what you do. If you have a blue gauntlet, you have to shoot your zombies around or make them fly away. And then you got the boss fight. That boss fight is the Ancient Evil boss fight. Very fun, very good, very energetic. The cutscene a little bit questionable in some aspects, many people say, but it's a cliffhanger. And honestly, I want Chaos back just because of it's a cliffhanger. Chaos is not a bad story. Their story is very good. It's completely different from Ether, and I love that. And personally, they need either 1 more map or 2 more maps just to finish off their story. Because honestly, can we just have them have their final go, or just have them finish their story? I think Chaos is a great story. Great, just overall, all their 2 of their maps are great. Two of their maps great. 2 of their maps suck. But the story in general is amazing. It's really, really good. All right, Ancient Evil boss fight, Easter egg, very good overall. Alpha Omega, not a bad Easter egg as well. I like the idea they brought back the Avogadro. Honestly, I loved it a lot. I thought it was pretty cool, even though even though for some reason a nuke doesn't blow up Alpha Omega, but when Samantha hops into the story and then cutscene, she completely obliterates everything. But okay, whatever, Treyarch. That's how you want to do it. You do you, I guess. But the Easter egg, honestly, pretty simple. It's kind of simple and easy. You get to talk to Rushmore. He's a pretty chill dude. The steps, self-explanatory. As long as you have someone always, it's honestly not that bad of an Easter egg. It's very simple, very easy to learn, and you can just shoot right through it, and you're good. Tyler Toten, honestly, a very nice Easter egg in my opinion. Very fun. It's very fun to do, honestly. But I'm a little upset with the boss fight. How it's not even a boss fight. It's just you spawn into the map and you basically run around the entire map in a red ball. until you get to the ending, until you get inside the facility near where you get to the lockdown area, and then and then it shrinks down, and then that's the end. I kind of wish Taggertone's Easter egg boss fight, personally, in my opinion, had Ether, Ultimus, and Victus all find Dr. Monty. That would have been freaking awesome. I feel like if Treyarch did that, Taggertone would have been great. Probably even if the Easter egg boss fight itself probably wasn't that good, but if we had all of them fighting Dr. Monty, Primus, Ultimus, Victus fighting Dr. Monty, that would have been sick. But overall, guys, I think Black Ops 4 Zombies, in my opinion, isn't as bad as people make it out to be. At first, I was part of the group that hated it, because after, when you go from Black Ops 3 to this, and then it felt so different, and like, I'm not gonna lie, guys, I didn't like zombies for a while. I completely lost my love for this mode for about a month or two. I just didn't want to play it at all. But now, after playing every single zombies, iteration, from Treyarch to IW to Infinite Warfare, Advanced Warfare, World War II even, and now this, honestly, Black Ops 4 isn't as bad of a zombies mode. It's definitely the worst out of Treyarch's, but it's something that Treyarch should look at. That definitely if they just listen to the community, hopefully for this new Black Ops game, whatever, and they take what we say, the community, into consideration, with the next iteration, if they just take our advice of what we think they should try out, maybe it'll be good. Honestly, I'm sorry for a lot of people, but I am glad Ether's done. I'm sorry, but we've been with Ether for 12 years. We need to just move on. Just let their story end, okay? A lot of people are pissed that their story's over, but I am happy that their story's over, guys. Personally, if you want to roast me in the comments and hate on it, whatever, that's your choice. I personally just think Ether went on for too long, and this was fine that they ended. Because what else could they have done? They completely branched into Black Ops 3 with the multiverse thing, and then it's just like, yeah, endless possibilities, all that, blah. But at the same time, their story needed to end. And I hope they bring Chaos back, and if they don't, I'll be upset. But if they do, I'll be happy. Because I think Chaos just needs a closing map to finish up their story. That's it. And a new crew, new anything, I will be perfectly fine with zombies for the new game. And also, I completely forgot to state this thing. I know a few of my friends, I don't want to point any names out, but they hate Black Ops 4 and they don't like any of the DLC maps. And I'm allowed to say this from a lot of people, from experience when it comes to a certain game and stuff. Just because a map doesn't look good doesn't mean just because a map doesn't look interesting doesn't mean it's shit. Okay? When Infinite Warfare came out, I refused to play that game. I refused to buy it because the zombies in that game looked shit. 3 years later, my buddy bought the game for me. I played IW, and you know what? I like it. It's fun. It's comedy. I kind of like it. Is it bad? Oh, heck yeah. But is it good? In a way, some of it is. Because I feel like a lot of people hate Black Ops 4 just because the first 4 maps were just like, because technically 2 of the maps were shit to people. 1 map was great, and then their map was kind of a mixed bag, and then they look at all the DLCs. No one would touch them because the first half of BO4 was crap, and then no one would give the other half a chance as well. But honestly, I think if people go back on Black Ops 4 now, and just go back, play the maps with an open mind, just accept it for what it is, honestly, Black Ops 4 is not a bad game. The zombies isn't that bad. I give all Black Ops 4 personally, at least, honestly, in my opinion, a 7 out of 10. A strict 7. BO2 is an 8 out of 10. BO3 and like 1 honestly are like 9 point whatever out of 10. World at War is definitely like a 7.5. But World at War is definitely better than Black Ops 4. But Black Ops 4 isn't that bad of a game. this was definitely the game where Treyarch wanted to truly also experiment with new ideas and new things. And I think the community also just wasn't ready for that, personally, in my opinion, as well. All right. I think that's all I have to say about Black Ops 4, everybody. I don't know if I'll be the first one to upload as a personal opinion on this matter of this game. I don't know, but hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. Hopefully you guys maybe look at Black Ops 4 differently, or maybe you realize that maybe you shouldn't hate on a game. Maybe you didn't touch as much, or didn't play as much, or probably shouldn't, or probably just look at this game in a different light, you know? Because honestly, Black Ops 4 isn't as bad as people make it out to be at this point as well. Alright, so I'm MrJohnyJr, everybody. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Guys, please consider subscribing to all the channels down below, as well as Community Z, guys. If you'd like to follow us on Instagram, Twitter, Instagram, all those, or join our Discord server as well. All that stuff's down below. I'm MrJohnyJr, everybody. Peace out. I hope you guys have a fantastic day.